City TV's Game of the Week is on the air. A big Bay League action game tonight. It is senior night in Redondo Beach. From Seahawk Pavilion, along with Rufus Washington, I'm Lou Stowers, and this could have been a game for the Bay League title, Rufus, but West High School ruined that chance by beating Leuzinger on their senior night.
Absolutely. They ruined it for Leuzinger, and Leuzinger, of course, coming into tonight here at Seahawk Pavilion, looks to return the favor to Redondo Union. That's their motivation. They're locked in the second place, but they can capture something special for themselves out of this season by defeating their old coach, Reggie Morris, here on senior night. And also, Redondo Union, 9-0, and this is the last league game, so they have a chance to match Leuzinger from last season and go undefeated in Bay League play.
I'm sure Ali Pervaz and his Olympians want to prevent that, but what a story Reggie Morris has put here in this beautiful pavilion.
Oh, it absolutely is. And I had a chance with Assistant Coach Arturo Jones to tour the facility just a few minutes ago. And you're right, it is indeed a beautiful place. But if you're Leuzinger, that also is a little extra motivation when you think somebody thinks they're a little bit more special than you are. So I think their kids would be more than happy to come in here and try to defeat this Seahawk team tonight on senior night for them. There are a lot of fans here from both sides. Donnell Beverly, losing Olympian of the past, is here. We know Juice Deason was here a couple of weeks ago. So it has a playoff atmosphere if ever you saw one.
It certainly is, and no love lost from the last time these two teams tangled up. And for more in-depth analysis, let's go to Rashawn Haylock with our other two sideline reporters.
Hey, thanks a lot, Lou. I'm over here with Egidio DeLeo and also Sebastian Spencer. First, I'll go to you, Egidio. This is a Leuzinger team that comes in a little bit hobbled. Maybe they looked over West Torrance the other night. Of course, it wasn't their best effort. Eric Childress, just 2 points in that game, and the loss at West Torrance the other night. 14 points below his season average. What does he got to do to get it going?
Exactly. Eric Childress has to be a big part of this Olympians game plan tonight, especially on offense. The last time these two teams met, Childress had 11 points, did not lead the team in scoring. He averages, like you said, 16 points per game. Definitely has to be in the high teens to 20s in order for the Olympians to stay undefeated and get the 6th win on the road and to beat the Redondo team here tonight. That's very, very aggressive.
Hey, absolutely. They're going to need a big impact from Childress here tonight if they don't want to have a losing streak going into the playoffs, Sebastian. But over on the Redondo side, last time these two teams met over at the Lou House, it was Derek Bialy who was just a thorn in the side for the Olympians.
Definitely. Derek Bialy is the guy who spearheaded this Redondo Union team over Leuzinger in that last win. But the guy to look for tonight is Ian Fox. He's the leading scorer on this team, 16 points a game. Didn't really have a good first half last time at Leuzinger, but exploded in that second half for 12 points. So look out for him to have a good game, play both halves well.
And I'm talking to Coach Ali Pervaz before the game. He says one thing that he doesn't want to do going into the playoffs is enter the playoffs with a losing streak. The only way to avoid that is to get a win here tonight in the Seahawk Pavilion, Lou.
And this is a very special night here, Rufus, in Redondo, because we will be honoring not only the seniors from the Seahawks, but also the seniors from the Olympians as well. And then after that, the tip-offs and the opening lineups coming up next on City TV. Senior night is coming up here as Reggie Morris is at center court along with beautiful balloon archway. And let's meet the seniors from the Leuzinger Olympians and the Redondo Seahawks. And I do believe MC Enna is going to introduce the Leuzinger Olympian seniors first. There you see Reggie Morris. And again, what a story he has done returning to the Bay League.
Absolutely. It's been a very special story, Lou. Not fully appreciated by everybody, but if you're a basketball fan, you gotta love it.
There you see the seniors.
Has been part of the program for the past 4 years. When asked what his favorite memory has been as a Seahawk, he said his freshman year and his junior experience with his teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, number 0,
And Travis Nelson will be the first senior, or Travis Nielsen, escorted by his mother, Tricia Delgado, and his grandmother, Tina Nielsen, and also grandfather ex-Redondo coach Jim Nielsen. And we remember Jim, that's for sure. He's a 4-year program participant, and his favorite memory as a Seahawk the freshman year on the JV team and his experience with his teammates. So congratulations to Travis. He's a 6'3" senior. Doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but he still has been here in this proud family.
I'm sure it's been a special experience for him.
Absolutely. Get a nice hand from everybody here. And it is a special night because this is the last time that they'll be wearing the white and red of their home team, the Seahawks, in this special building. Next senior to be announced for the Seahawks is number 5, Colin Welch. And Colin is being escorted by his mom, Yvonne Welch, and his dad, Michael Welch. He's a 3-year program participant, and his favorite memory as a Seahawk is playing at Peninsula this year, and that's another big rivalry for these Seahawks.
Has been for many years.
And number 5, Colin Welch, the swing man from guard to forward, averages about 1 or about 2 points a year. And also the moms and dads, it's a special night for them as well. And kind of an emotional night. I mean, you know, I know you've been through it. I've been through it. Because you know that the next step. There you see number 11, Matthew Faradis, and he's escorted by his mom, Carmen Faradis. And this is his first year with the program, Rufus, and his favorite memory as a Seahawk was experiencing the winning shot at the buzzer in Vegas versus Modesto Christian. So that had to be very special for Matt, a 6-foot senior. Again, another one that doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but still going to get that varsity letter. So they're getting a nice plaque and some flowers. And next senior, where's number 3? He's a 5'8" senior, a guard. Michael Howell, escorted by his mom, Deborah Howell, and dad, Clarence Howell. I don't know, Clarence is just rocking the hat there.
He's giving me a little run for my money, huh?
That's it. You might want to use that for the Tip of the Hat award. Look at that.
I tell you, that's a nice Kangol he's got on.
He's a 4-year program participant of the Seahawks, and Michael's favorite memory as a Seahawk is making the varsity team, and why not? Proud family right there.
And when it's a Reggie Morris coach team, you got to be good to make the varsity team.
That's right. So Michael Howell, and congratulations. And number 34, we saw him play at Leuzinger, Austin Lee. And he's escorted by his mom, Jody Lee Blumberg. Austin looks like he should be out there in the football field too. Austin is a 4-year program participant, and his favorite memory as a Seahawk, Rufus, is being a part of the varsity team this year in his senior year. And you know, this is one that you tell your grandkids about.
Absolutely.
Going 9-0 in league with a chance to go against your nemesis of the past few years, Leuzinger, and a chance to erase their 10-0 with your own.
There you go. And you know, as I said, to just enjoy this facility and to have played here in and of itself is very special, to realize that you're a part of something unique that not every high school student has a chance to experience.
Next up, number 4 is Darian Touchstone, and he's escorted by his stepmom, Kim Touchstone, and his dad, Casey. Casey's Touchstone coming through there, getting shoulder bump from some of the players, so he might be well known around the neighborhood. He's a 4-year participant, and Rufus, his favorite memory as a Seahawk was the beginning of this 10-game win streak they're on.
Which, of course, is the second longest win streak in Division II.
So Darian Touchstone as he didn't score any, but he was a starter against Leuzinger at Lou House. Next senior is a power forward and one of the captains of this team, 6'7", 215 pounds. Number 13, Sebastian Linder, escorted by his godmother, Marie. And Sebastian was a load for the Olympians last time out.
You took the words right out of my mouth, boy. He gave them a lot of problems.
And he's a 4-year participant. His favorite memory as a Seahawk was pinning his first shot against Miracosta. The first block is always the memory. You always remember your first.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a block or your first kiss, right?
Yep.
And Sebastian had 7 points and 9 rebounds against the Olympians last time out. So the next senior coming up is number 22, a 6'4", 165-pound senior, another captain on this team. Chris had 4 points against the Olympians last time out. Chris Henderson, escorted by his mom, Susan Sepulveda, and Chris Henderson, his dad. Now the dads are either getting younger or I'm getting older, I don't know. And for Chris, he is also a 4-year program participant. His favorite memory as a Seahawk is right now, winning the Bay League championship.
Absolutely. And you're right, Chris's mom looks like she could be his sister. And his dad looks like he could be his brother.
That's right.
Good-looking family. Very good-looking family.
So Chris Henderson, it is the first Bay League title since 2007. So quite an accomplishment for the Redondo Seahawks. The next senior is number 23, a 6'1", 180-pound senior, the captain, Derek Bialy. And he is escorted by his mom and dad, Kathy and Steve. And everybody showing love to Steve.
And Bialy put on a 3-point exhibition at Lou House about 10 days ago.
6 of them by my count, 28 points overall. And look at that, proud Papa Steve and Mom Kathy. Or is that his older sister?
I know.
So those are the seniors for the Redondo Beach.
You know, one of the things that all these guys realized, Lou, what's so special for them is the fact that a year ago they were at the bottom of the heap at 2-8, something like 10 and 18 overall. No place to go except to get ready for next season. They have a coaching change, and you talk about going from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain in 1 year. What a special outcome it has to have been for this Redondo Union Seahawk team.
And another one of those seniors on this team for Coach Reggie Morris, and that's going to do it for our seniors. And why don't we recognize the seniors from the Leuzinger Olympians. And number 1, Eric Childress is a senior. Number 2, Deontay Welsh, a senior. Number 10, Dante Johnson is a senior. Well, in the meantime, though, let's give one more shout out to the Seahawks seniors. Proud group trying to go 10-0 in Bay League action, but the team that last did it is on the other side of the court, dressed in their navy blue with white trim.
Now, is that another new uniform tonight? No, I'm serious. I mean,
yeah.
You know, we noticed that when we saw them last week and confirmed that it was new uniforms, and I got to tell you, I've seen these guys a lot. I'm thinking that this is a new one.
And let's take a quick timeout on CityTV. Back here courtside at Seahawk Pavilion, and what a beautiful building this is. And just right after announcing all the seniors, and we were doing that a little while ago for the Olympians, but we will get to those seniors as the game progresses. We left off with Dante Johnson and Michael McMillian, and well, we might as well do it now while we can. Chris Drain, Stephen Nathan, Justin Delgado, Anthony Ford, Avery Berry, Javion Jameson, and Travion Anderson. That rounds out the seniors for the Leuzinger Olympians. And let's go to the starting lineups, but first, before that, the singing of the national anthem by a cheerleader from Redondo Union, Sydney Camacho.
Cheer squad member, Miss Sydney Camacho.
Say that good things come in small packages. That was great by Sydney Camacho, and if the hair's not up on the back of your neck after that one, I don't know what can do it, Rufus.
Well, it was outstanding. You know, I closed my eyes and I could have sworn I was listening to a professional artist.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe she is. You work in downtown LA. Maybe you should get her signed up by somebody.
There you go.
Here come the Leuzinger Olympians, and they're led by Devon Abner, who's going to be starting in place of Michael McMillian, who is injured. Devon is a 6'3", 175-pound junior. Number 2, a 6'4", 185 senior, is Deontay Welsh, averaging 5.9 points a game.
He's going to be important on the boards for him.
Travion Anderson, wearing number 33, a 6'1", 175-pound senior. And number 34, the most improved Olympian on this team, Justin Delgado, a swingman, and he is a 6'1", 175-pound senior. And the captain of this Leuzinger Olympian team, number 1, Eric Childress, a 6-foot senior, and the head coach is Ali Parvaz in his 3rd year, 57-20, and the Leuzinger Olympians are 19-6, 7-2, second place in the Bay League, ranked number 1 in CIF Southern Section 3AA. Now, for the Redondo Seahawks, and this is senior night, so there will be seniors starting tonight as they get the clapping going here at the Seahawks Pavilion. Number 3, a 5'8" senior, starting at 1 guard position, is Michael Howell. And these Redondo Seahawks are winners of 10 in a row. Number 13, Sebastian Lindwer, one of the captains and a power forward at 6'7", 215 pounds, is a senior, the leading rebounder on this team. And another captain, a forward, number 22, a 6'4" senior, Chris Henderson. And Chris played a good game last time we saw these two teams play as well, Rufus. Next up, another senior, a forward, 6'6", 220 pounds, is Austin Lee. Better watch that. They might hurt somebody.
And you're right. We need to ask Rashawn if Austin Lee was somewhere to be seen on signing day this week.
That's right. And the man, number 23, a guard, 6'1" senior, Derek Biale, who tore it up for 28 against the Leuzingers Olympians at Lou House.
It was just unstoppable from three-point land against them. I'm sure in preparation for tonight's game, that was something that they reviewed in the film sessions.
And Redondo 9-0, Bay League champions. Leuzinger 7-2, Miracosta in third place at 5-4. Then it's PV Penny and West at 3-6, and Palos Verdes rounds it out at 0-9.
And boy, that's a loss. We talked about it earlier. The loss 2 nights ago by Leuzinger to West, which took them out of an opportunity to come in here and play for a share of the league title.
And Eric Childress only scored 2 points in that game. And Sebastian Linderer will go for the tip against Welsh. And we're underway at Seahawk Pavilion. Our officials tonight, Rufus.
They are. Jeff Leggett is the R. Lance Reed and John Fierro. I call them the A-team. This is about as good a crew as you can have in the South Bay.
And we're in for a good one. Look at this defense by Leuzinger. Henderson trying to get it away. Does get it away. And the shot a little short by Howell. And the rebound is taken by the Olympians. Anderson brings it across. Has 2 Olympians on his wing, but a foul is Michael Howell falling on Anderson. First personal, first team foul. It'll be taken out of bounds by Justin Delgado.
See on the replay again, a little bit of difficulty with the handle for Travion, but foul nonetheless by Michael Howell.
Childress touches the ball for the first time, but Welsh with the first shot, a long ball, and the rebound is taken by Biale. And back come the Seahawks. Long pass down to Henderson. Back to Biale. Being guarded by Anderson. Now a pick being run by Lay. Running jump shot, and that finds the bottom by Biale, and he's getting an early start. Childress brings it across the line. Wearing that white number 1 in their brand new navy blue uniforms.
So this is 2 games in a row we've seen them sport new uniforms.
That's right. Donated by the store at the Westfield Mall in Fox Hills. Or do they call it Fox Hills anymore? Shot taken by Welch. That won't find the bottom. And here comes Michael Howell trying to go coast to coast, but he loses the ball out of bounds. It could be Redondo ball, but let's see.
It's going to be, and it will be, just as you said, knocked out by Eric Childress. But good defensive recovery by Eric Childress as number 3, Michael Howell, goes out. And coming in is number 2, Leland Green. Coach Morris showing a lot of confidence in Green. The last time he stepped on the floor over at Lou House, the Leuzinger defenders jumped on him right away.
Ian Fox also in the ball game tonight. So the starters, normal starters, regular starters, I should say, round out the lineup for Reggie Morris. Almost a travel, but a shot taken, a little bit long by Green. Offensive rebound and put up. Nope. Leland Linder gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. Leuzinger cannot afford to do that, Rufus. They need to somehow shut Linderer down in the middle as Childress up and in with a high layup off the glass.
And again, what we're seeing is the same problem that Leuzinger had the last time against the Seahawks, and that is height on the inside. Could not come up with the defensive rebound to stop the drive.
Fox throws up an air ball. It's out of bounds, and let's see if they give it to the Olympians, as Fox almost lost that on the way up. And that is Redondo ball. Biale with an uncharacteristic miss. Fox, who had a huge second half against the Olympians, has the ball. Right down the middle. So a 5-point lead for Leuzinger, and I'll tell you what, Rufus, these Seahawks are picking up right where they left off at Lou House. Pass underneath to Delgado and a foul underneath, and Justin just earned 2 shots at the line.
He just earned 2 shots at the line. You're right, boy. Leuzinger wishing that they were on the long end of this 7-2 score. Instead, they're on the short end at 7-2, but Delgado with a chance at the line to draw them a little bit closer.
Justin, 68% free throw shooter, has his first point of the ball game as we see the foul underneath. So good collapsing defense by the Seahawks.
That foul was on Henderson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. So 2 points for Justin, and it's down to a 3-point lead for the Seahawks. Fox with it, going against Abner, but he blows right by him. Rebound is tipped by Abner and taken by the Olympians. 4:50 left to go, and a foul. I do believe that's going to be on Leland Green. So aggressive defense by the Seahawks, and that's paying off for early on for the Olympians. Eric Childress starts off the offense. Anderson dumps it down low. Back out front. Childress for three. Just short.
Had a great look, you're right, just short on it.
Fox brings it back across. He is real quick, Rufus. And throws it out of bounds. A little bit too quick.
Now going out is number 32. That's Fox. He goes out to take a break, and coming in to replace him is Cameron High.
So all these kids coming up and reading the book of Morris and really believing in it. Good move by Abner. Kicks it back out to Delgado. Now swung around to Anderson. Can't get it to go down. Rebound by Linder.
Good ball movement by the Olympians, so they get back defensively. And change control the board.
Here comes Childress with the runner. That's short.
Wow. They're going to get Childress over the back. I'm almost sure. Official indicates that it's a hole, and that's who it's against, Eric Childress.
As we watch the replay, sure, he's just a little frustrated. He missed that one.
Absolutely. There you can see, and it was the hand in the back that resulted in the hole call against Eric.
Bringing it across the line is Ian Fox. Trying to get around Travian Anderson and bumped him and lost it. No foul call, but here comes Abner streaking down the left side and get it to go down.
And if you ask me, Trey got away with a bit of a foul there, but I'm sure he'll take it.
But on the other side, there was probably a foul that wasn't called either on the layup, so had the even upper. And now there's a reach. Oh.
5-second violation. Good defense, a lot of talking. Okay, that's where you got to settle down. Give it Deontay. That's not what you want to get. You're not going to help your team. I understand you're fired up, but the officials, that's why they have a 3-man crew tonight as opposed to the customary 2-man crew, because they know the intensity in this game is going to be very high.
Childress hangs on to the ball. Leuzinger can take the lead this time down. 3:05 left. Whip pass underneath and a foul. Going to the line will be Deontay Welsh.
Let's see if they give it on the big man. Official Lance Reed with the call. Indication is that it's on number 12. That's Jeremiah Hadley.
And that's his first, the fourth team foul. Jeremiah, 6'6", 175-pound sophomore. First one is up and missed by Welsh, a 63% foul shooter. Bialy back in for Chris Henderson. So Jeremiah Headley in that Shemezi Matu range.
Exactly.
Of course, Shemezi, a sophomore, probably closer to 6'11" now as a sophomore
growing.
with Lawndale. Yeah, I feel sad for his mom and dad as the game is tied up at 7 because they got the food bill.
Well, their clothes bill is probably bigger than the food bill because he don't look like he eat a lot, but he sure enough is growing.
Here come the Olympians after the Bialy miss on the 3. Delgado trying to get around Bialy, puts it up and finds the bottom. His first bucket of the game and a timeout. Reggie Morris did not like that exchange at all. with 2:33 left to go in the first quarter. And the Leuzinger Olympians have a 2-point lead, Rufus.
As they go on a 5-0 run, Lou, at the 2:33 mark, they lead 9-7, as you see. Justin Delgado, because I was just about to mention, we hadn't called his name much thus far in the contest, but just like that, he makes his presence felt. And as I say, that's been a 5-0 run in the last 2 minutes for the Olympians, for them to take the 9-7 early lead here.
So Leuzinger was outscored last time these two teams met, 19-7. And just a demoralizing victory for the Olympians on their own home court.
You're exactly right. Well, no victory would be demoralizing, but I tell you, a loss certainly is. And that's what it was for them, boy. A demoralizing loss.
Bringing the ball across is Cameron High. Bialy just turns and shoots, a little bit short. And underneath as the ball touched the
shot clock.
Okay, over the backboard.
Anything that it touches other than the backboard or the rim causes the ball to go dead.
Anderson bounces off a Seahawk and can't get the ball to find the bottom. Rebound up high, taken by Linder. Back come the Seahawks. Leland Vega in the ball game for the Seahawks.
Leuzinger deciding to take their chances with a man-to-man defense, Lou.
Well, that's what got them to this point of the season, and that's been their bread and butter for a long time, as a three-pointer is missed by High. Childress up high for the rebound with 1:42 left in the first quarter.
Wow. You got to let that go.
Couple of shots passed up by the Olympians, coming down to 1:30 in the first quarter and 18 seconds on the shot clock. Now Anderson for three from the corner, won't go, rebound, and a foul underneath.
Looks like it'll probably go against Justin Delgado. Seemed like he indicated a 2. I couldn't see real clearly from Fierro. I don't know if we got a replay of that, because those type of situations are going to be huge. I tell you, for the moment, we'll give it to Justin Delgado.
Well, it could be on Deontay Welsh.
Okay.
But it's not on there. The rebound is taken off the missed shot by the Olympians, and back they come. We'll figure that out. Rebound, or the pass to Delgado. He puts up a 3 over Henderson.
And
that
was tapped on the play and put up and in by Trey Anderson.
So kind of a cold spell, and that was almost a minute and a half between scores for these two teams.
But it extended that 2-point Leuzinger lead out to 4 now at 11-7 with 40 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Nice pass by Fox back to Bialy, who gets his own rebound and surprised Linderer, and Foxy gets the rebound.
Wow, and boy, you got Eric Childress trying to guard Linder, and he turns it over. So the Olympians with a chance to hold the ball for the last shot, and that's exactly what I would do if I were them.
18 seconds in the first quarter and a 4-point Leuzinger lead. Abner with it, and a 30-second timeout called by Ali Pervaz. Didn't like the way things were shaping up there, or do you agree with that
Well,
timeout?
I mean, you know, Coach Pervaz knows his team, and he knows what he wants to accomplish tonight. He wants every possession to mean something and to be valuable. And consequently, he calls a timeout even though there are only 11.8 seconds left in the first quarter with them in possession. Now, you only get 5 of them, so let's make a note of that, because with 11 seconds left in the quarter, he uses 1 of his 5. Let's see if that comes back to haunt him down the line.
All right, each team with the timeout. And we're just about ready to get things underway. Delgado will inbound it for Leuzinger, trying to seek revenge on the Seahawks. Passes in to Javion Jamison, normally wearing number 25.
Need to run some high screens up here is what it would do. Wow.
Stephen Nathan also in the game as the quarter ends on the missed shot, and the running layup almost went down, but the first quarter comes to an end with a 4-point lead for Leuzinger.
Almost went down. Good quarter for the Olympians, though, as they lead by a margin of 11-7 after one.
And let's go to Egidio.
Thank you, guys. I talked to coach of the Olympians before the game, and I told the coach, what's the strategy to win tonight? And he said defense, defense, defense. And so far, it looks like it was a low-scoring game. 11-7, the Olympians have the lead over the Seahawks. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Egidio. Defense, defense, defense on your floor, floor, floor. And that makes sense because Redondo with 7 points, only scoring 7 points, averaging 16.1 over the season in the first quarter, while the Olympians, almost with their season average, have 13.6 on their average.
And Rashawn was sharing with me that on the rebound margin, Leuzinger actually surprisingly out-rebounded them 8-6 there in the first quarter.
All right.
And that's going to be key. If they can keep the rebounding margin close, that means they'll have a chance at the end.
And that's why you see Sebastian Linderer in there pretty much the entire game. He hasn't taken anything off so far, but we're just in the second quarter as it's underway here at Seahawk Pavilion. Glad you joined us on CityTV. As Travian Anderson scoops it up and got the tweet roll. 4 points for Trey. Redondo Seahawks, the Bay League champions at 9-0. That was a travel. And a three put up and in by Ian Fox. His second three, and it's back to a ball game now.
So the travel that doesn't get called ends up leading to a three-pointer. That's why these coaches will go crazy on you about missed calls.
Long left-handed three won't go down for Nathan. Rebound is up by Linder. And Travian Anderson is called for the foul, playing close defense on Bialy.
Actually, Justin Delgado is going to be called for that one.
That's his second personal. You're right, Rufus. Sebastian Linderer with 4 rebounds already, Rufus. So he's on his way. If he's got 2 points now, and 4 rebounds. And what did he have last time? He had 7 points and 9 rebounds last time, and we have a travel called against Leland Green of the Seahawks, another turnover. That's 5 by my count.
Green, the freshman that Coach Morris showing a lot of confidence in, and we've seen him develop over his years at Leuzinger, a number of freshman players. He's not going to take him out. He knows that kids got to get experience at some point in time, so it may as well be right now.
The kid with the ball right now, a 4-year starter on the varsity, Eric Childress. Now it's taken by Jamison underneath, and he gets whacked. No call. Justin Delgado gets a new 35. Actually, no change on the shot clock. Stephen Nathan with the left-handed three. That's off to the left. Linderer with another rebound. Shovels it to Green. Bialy with it and rolls it in. Excuse me, that's Ian Fox with 8 points. So it's a 1-point ball game. And it looks like the Seahawks have gotten a little bit of wind in their sails, Rufus. Nathan going to try it again. This is an air ball. Falls in the hands of Anderson. He's got to bring it back out. Childress gets
Good
it
ball
back.
movement by the Olympians. Wow.
Little stutter step, another travel missed, and a blocking foul. And that'll be 2 shots for Nathan.
Official
like
right
Stefan.
on top of the play, Jeff Leggett, who saw it because there was a question for a moment, certainly in our mind's eye, as to whether or not you had a charge or a block. As you see here, boy, it looks like the freshman's there in a lot of time, but the official saw otherwise.
Nathan with his first point in the game, and he is a 54% free throw shooter. Coming out is Jamison, and back in is Welch for the Olympians. And no changes for the Seahawks.
Two big free throws there for Nathan.
I think we did get a change for the Seahawks. Number 15, Cameron High, is in for Leland Green.
His second appearance tonight.
They saw Reggie Morris Natalie dressed in a red tie and white and blue shirt. 3-point shot taken. Here comes the rebound by Linderer. He misses it. Welch up high for the board. And good defense by Redondo and Linderer.
And they're going to say Deontay Welch dived on Linder, which is why the foul is going to go against him.
Second, or actually first personal on number 2. And the 15 foul. And
travel called on the play. So Leuzinger will get possession.
And Linder gets his first time on the bench, gets a nice little blow here. Is Anderson trying to get around Headley in the ball game for Linderer, who was getting a little tired out there. Underneath to Welch.
And that's what you got to do, is attack the big man.
Welch, a nice pass from Abner. Gonna call that on Henderson.
I think he called it on 22. I didn't see clear. I saw the first 2. Yeah.
His second personal, 6th team foul. So the Seahawks are out of fouls. Welch to the line. 1 for 2. Make that 1 for 3. Yeah, this is one of these games, Rufus, where free throws are going to be huge.
Oh, you better believe it.
Ali Pervaz talking with Terry Autry next to him, one of the assistant coaches for the Olympians. And that second one is good. 2 points now for Welch. Linderer back in. Good defensive play by Leuzinger, who tips the ball away. Can they get the steal? No. Taken by Headley.
Great block by Deontay Welch.
And oh my, Welch with the big hop there.
Right. And I've told Deontay he's got to watch his mouth, son. You know, I understand the emotionalism. There have been a couple of times close to a taunt and foul there. Okay? Play the game. Play within yourself.
Could have racked that one up, that's for sure. Ian Fox running the play. Goes around Childress, who pokes the ball away. And is Childress going to get nailed for a foul?
Childress going to get nailed for a foul by the referee, Jeff Leggett. And that's going to be Eric's second foul. And one thing about it, we got a board here that, man, we can look up there. I told you, I mean.
Beautiful. Nicely refurbished pavilion and all of the athletic facilities. Ian Fox now with 9 points. Is a 78% free throw shooter. And uncharacteristically misses that one. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first half. A 3-point Leuzinger lead. As Abner finally gets it across the line. Skipped across from Childress to Anderson. Now back to Abner with a runner. Too long. Delgado with it. Whacked away by Linderer. But Childress ends up with the ball back for the Olympians. Anderson throws the ball back, but is taken away by Biale. Jump ball. Possession arrow faces the Seahawks. So turnover for the Olympians. That's their 5th. With 4:30 left to go in the first half. Ian Fox bringing it across the line. Going around a Headley pick. Going down. Nice shot, but Linderer with the rebound. Turnaround, gets it to go in.
And again, that's the part, Lou, that creates huge problems for them. And that's Linder on the board. Nobody to match his height, or for that matter, Jeremiah Headley's height.
That's right. Dude Towers out there. Childress misses the free throw. Biale with it on the rebound. Poked away from Childress and out of bounds. It'll remain Seahawk ball with 3:58 left in the second and 30 seconds on the shot clock. As the Seahawks have a chance to regain the lead.
And with 2 fouls on Eric Childress, boy, you got to ask yourself, how long are you going to gamble here?
Headley with the long 2 misses that one. Childress was in foul trouble against West. And the ball is put up and in by Devon Abner. He has 4 points, and that extends the lead to 3. Here comes Fox, gets it to Biale. Nice stop and go to Headley from the elbow, won't go down. Linderer over everybody. And that keeps the ball in play for the Seahawks.
Don't take Headley shooting from the outside.
Fox bumps into Abner. That won't go down. And Linderer and Delgado battling for position. So let's see who the foul is going to be on. It's going to be on Justin.
It's going to be on him, and that's just Justin's second. So that first one that we gave to him, Deontay has 2, and Justin Delgado has 2.
Okay. So 2 each for Delgado, Welch, and Childress of the Olympians. A non-shooting foul. And now both teams are out of fouls. For the remainder of the half, 3:05 left to go in the second. Turnaround jump shot, fall away for Biale, won't go down. Rebound is off, out of bounds off of Linderer.
Boy,
he is sure playing well tonight.
Oh, he's playing very well, and what a problem he's posing for these Olympians. We haven't mentioned the fact that if the Olympian rotation looks a little odd, that's because Eric McMillan is out with an injury.
You mean Michael McMillan?
Michael McMillan, sorry about that.
That's all right. Rebound by Childress, put it up, can't go down. Headley was in the way of that one, and Welch has it. Underneath, Childress, finally. Somebody do something with it.
And that's the easiest shot he'll have all night, an uncontested layup.
Everybody was fighting for the ball on the left. Childress was over on the right in the right spot. Foxy misses a bunny. Delgado gets it off and back from Welch with 2:10 left to go in the first half. Delgado.
Which way is it going to go? Wow.
It's going to go on Delgado.
It's going against Justin. That's going to be his third foul, player control foul called against Delgado. A huge one, Lou, with 2 minutes left here in the first half.
So in comes Jamison as you see the foul.
Wow.
And Derek Biale wasn't set, didn't look like, but the ball goes the other way. Fox. Shot taken by Touchstone. That won't go down. Rebound is off to Anderson, and back come the Olympians in a hurry, but so is the defense of the Seahawks, and they get the turnover.
And they got a 4-on-1.
Headley is going to get 2 at the line.
Oh, man, now Eric Childress is going to have 3 on him as they call Eric for the blocking foul.
And that's the 8th team foul. So again, Eric Childress in foul trouble. Let's watch the feet position. Yep, definitely a foul on Childress, but there was really nothing he could do. Going to make Headley earn it. Jeremiah with no points, a 40% foul shooter. Gets that one to go down. Anderson and Nathan back in for the Olympians. You see Stefan, number 15. Leland Green back in for Reggie Morris and the Seahawks. Headley, perfect on both. His first 2 points. And now the Seahawks are within a 3-point play. Full court pressure by Redondo.
Well, that's because they know that Leuzinger doesn't have a ball handler on the floor. Eric Childress, by far, their best ball handler, and that was exactly the point I was going to make. Now, let's see if turnabout's fair play in terms of the pressure that they're going to put on the Leuzinger Olympians. And you remember, it looks like Rayshawn is ready. So I tell you what, let's go down to Rayshawn Haylock.
And thanks a lot, Rufus. Talking about foul trouble with Coach Parvaz before the game, and also in the pregame, we talked about Eric Childress. Remember, he had just 2 points in the loss the other night to West Torrance. Well, part of that was foul trouble. Coach Parvaz estimates he played maybe about 23 minutes in that game. Took a lot of gambling, and it was something they talked about, eliminating those gambles and playing smarter when you're in foul trouble. Obviously, he got caught there. He's going to have to sit the rest of this half with those 3 fouls, guys.
And that's going to be a long minute 37 for the Olympians, Rashawn and Rufus.
And of course, being the expert coach that he is, Coach Reggie Morris showing full court pressure, knowing that they don't have a ball handler on the floor, as you can see, as evidenced by the turnover there.
And Headley taking full advantage of that one, lays it up and in with the left hand. 4 points for Jeremiah, and it's a 1-point ball game here at the Pavilion.
And it was a 5-point ball game when Eric Childress went out.
blocking foul, and that's going to be on Bialy. So forcing the issue is Javion Jamison. And for Bialy, that's his first and the 7th team foul, so it's going to be bonus time for the Olympians.
And once again, we talked about it before, this is where things like free throw shooting, and not a thing like free throw shooting, but something important like free throw shooting, because this is a 1-and-1, and this is the front end of the 1-and-1.
Nathan is 3 out of 3 and is a 54% foul shooter. So 1:12 left in the half. And let's see if Nathan can extend it to a full possession. He does. 4 for Stephen, the senior. It's Javion Jamison, excuse me. His first 2 points of the ball game.
And 2 big free throws, Lou. 2 very big free throws for Jamison to come in and hit.
And he's only a 29% foul shooter. Under a minute left to go in the first half. Bialy with it. Pushes Abner out of the way, gets it to Headley. Nice pass. And a shot will go in for touchstone. And the rebound is off to the Olympians with 40 seconds left to go in the half.
Big break for the Olympians there. Now you got Abner, he traveled on the play.
Yeah, he could have called a carryover, a travel, anything you wanted on that one. And so that's 4 turnovers on the Olympians since Childress has gone out.
Shot clock will be put to rest.
With 30 seconds left to go in the half. Let's see if the Seahawks, well, they're going to go back and for the last shot.
I think if you're losing, you got to come out and put some pressure, a little bit of pressure on the ball.
Fox waiting for the clock to get down below 10, which it is now. Headley with it. Twin Towers are in. Shot is going to be taken and put up and in by Touchstone. His first bucket of the game. And it's a 1-point ball game as we go into the locker room, as that shot wouldn't have counted anyway. And again, with 1:37 left to go, the Eric Childress foul, the 3rd foul, was a big one. But the Olympians hold serve going into the locker room.
They hold serve and lead by a score of 22-21 in a good, well-contested defensive battle here in the first half.
And as soon as Egidio is ready, let's go to Egidio.
Coach, we talked about before the game, we thought defense was the most important thing heading into this basketball game. You're up by 1 point in a low-scoring 22-21 game. Are you happy with the result so far?
The defense is okay. We got to do a better job on rebounding. We've given them at least 11 points of those 22 off of the second chance. We got to do a better job rebounding. And also, again, some of our guys in foul trouble hurt us a little bit. Hopefully we weathered that storm okay.
Looks like an aggressive game. Is this the strategy going into the second half?
Absolutely. I mean, two of my starters picked up their 3rd foul. That was not part of the strategy. Hopefully we can play smart and avoid those fouls in the second half.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, Egidio and Coach Ali Pervaz, and halftime underway. And Rufus, that's an interesting stat that the Leuzinger Olympians were getting most of their points, more than almost half of them, off of rebounds.
Well, they were, but one of the things that he recognizes, which for them is going to be much easier said than done, is that he wants them to get even more rebounds. And I got to tell you, the height differential, it is hard, no matter how athletic you are, to compensate for that. And that's a part of the problem for them. And the foul trouble. That was the other thing. They had 3 guys in foul trouble, 2 who picked up their 3rd, Eric Childress and Justin Delgado, and that changed the complexion of things for them as well.
Rebounding, Leuzinger 17-14, out rebounding the Seahawks. And let's see if we can get that again. So tell you what, Rufus, at the beginning of the ball game, Ali Pervaz said defense, 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 and now he's saying position, position, position.
Exactly. Well, he's saying that, and he's also saying that, one, they got to protect the ball, and as I said, the foul trouble. But, hey, they've got a 1-point lead. We've got a half to go. All things considered, coming in here with all the energy in the stands tonight, they've played pretty well. I got to give them a lot of credit. They have weathered the energy storm, okay, seemingly, and that's going to make a difference because coming out of the locker room, Redondo now realizes they've got to play basketball.
Right. Leading scorer, all scorers, is Ian Fox of the Redondo Seahawks, and 4 points for Abner Childress, and also 4 points for Travion Anderson and Justin Delgado. So even scoring for the Olympians, so you got to like that as well.
You got to like that as well. What they are missing, though, is Michael McMillan. I mentioned it just a little bit. Boy, that changed the rotation completely, and we're seeing some guys that aren't accustomed to being in the heat of the battle like this right now, but they're coming in, they're stepping up, and Michael over on the bench is giving them all the encouragement that he can.
We'll get some more stats for you coming back, and then the third quarter tip-off right after this. Back here at Seahawk Pavilion, a 1-point ball game, the final Bay League game of the season, and then it'll be playoff seeding time come the weekend. But right now we have a very special guest over with Sebastian Spencer.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with former Leuzinger alumni, former Connecticut alumni, and former NCAA champion. How does it feel to come to Coach Morris's new house and see that he's winning, still winning league championships?
It's different. It's different. It's definitely different. Seems like wherever he go, he wins. From the time he started at Leuzinger, like before I even got there, to St. Bernard's now here. But I mean, it's different. But it's good to see him winning.
And speak about just about what he meant to you as a coach, and how much do you think he has an impact on every program that he has? What is that? What is it that he has?
I mean, he meant a lot to me. We still have a good relationship now. Talk to him very often. So, I mean, he did a lot for me just outside of basketball, you know what I'm saying? Just helping me get to school and stuff like that. But like I said, it's always good to see somebody you know doing well. And it's always good to see, you know, him and everybody else, everybody who he coached is doing well. So, you know, I'm happy to see that.
Definitely. And last time we talked to you at Leuzinger last season, you said you were playing overseas. How's everything going?
Yeah, well, I played in China, you know, like in the league. I played in the CBA league. I got an MVP in that league my first year. But, you know, I got, you know, surgery on my hips. So right now I'm on a hiatus from that, trying to recover and stuff like that. So we'll see how it works from here.
There you go, guys. Donnell Beverly still supporting Coach Morris. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Sebastian, and still looking good as Donnell. I thought he looked like he might be enjoying mom's cooking or something, because, you know, sometimes in China, the food is just a bit different.
There you go. And Justin Delgado here in front of us as we get ready to start the second half.
And Justin, with 3 fouls, is going to have to watch himself, also with 4 points, as Derek Bialy right in front of us, and we're underway in the third quarter. Glad you joined us on City TV, along with Rufus Washington, Rashawn Halak, Egidio, and Sebastian, and the terrific City TV crew. I'm Lou Stowers, bringing you all the action of the Redondo Seahawks hosting the Leuzinger Olympians. Devon Abner, nice pass to Delgado, who gets it back out. Inside, underneath to Anderson. Now it's whipped back around to Childress. Back out front, air ball taken by Abner. And back come the Seahawks. And a travel forced by Eric Childress. Even playing aggressive with 3 fouls.
Wow, and when that whistle blew, if you're a Leuzinger fan, for a moment, your heart stopped.
Leuzinger gets the ball back on the travel. So that's 7 unofficial turnovers on the Seahawks, 8 for the Olympians. Pass underneath. Fox gets a talon on it, goes out of bounds. 24 seconds left on the Olympian shot clock. So it's Delgado, Abner, Childress, Welch, and Anderson for the Olympians, with 7:15 just underway in the third quarter. Fox, Bialy, Linderer, along with Green and Henderson for the Seahawks. And Henderson blocks it from behind. It goes out of bounds with 4 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Leuzinger ball. And coming in to replace Green is Touchstone for the Seahawks.
Early substitution here in the third quarter for Coach Morris after about a minute left. That shot put up from the outside by Deontay doesn't go, but he only had 4 seconds to work with.
Back comes Fox, gets it to Bialy. Man defense being employed by the Olympians to Henderson. Give and go, and now Childress might get his 4th foul.
Well,
that's on Childress. First team foul, and Eric can't believe it.
Boy, that's going to change the dynamic of this game completely.
Shot taken on the inbound pass, and that's kicked out of bounds by Henderson. So it should be new 35. But they're going to say it went off a leg, not a foot. So 33 seconds on the shot clock, 6:33 on the game clock in the third quarter.
And let's make a note of that, Lou. 6:33, Childress' third foul, and he's already out.
Is that his third or his fourth?
Fourth, I'm sorry, you're exactly right. That's key, that it was his fourth foul.
Offensive rebound by the Olympians. Anderson loses it, no. And a travel by Devon Abner. So the Olympians had a perfect opportunity to extend their lead and a timeout on the floor with 6:13 left. And a 30-second timeout called by Reggie Morris.
And of course, you know, I got to say one of the things Coach Provaz has said many a time, he's not a fan of three-man officiating crews for the very reason that he's of the opinion that more fouls are called, and actually there are, I think on some level, only because you got an extra set of eyes on the floor. Basically what your players need to do is make the adjustment and understand that, because he's exactly right. There's a lot more things you can get away with in a two-man game that you can't get away with in a three-man game in terms of officiating.
So time about ready to be back in as Bialy gets it. Going up against Anderson. And a foul of an elbow on Bialy. And that's Derek's second personal. And the turnover, that is number 8 for Redondo. Anderson triple teamed, and Anderson couldn't handle the pass, so that's turned over. And Fox with it. No travel called there on the 10th turnover by the Olympians, and Headley wanted the da-da-da slam dunk, but he fumbles it out of bounds.
We've played a little over 2 minutes and no score, fans. Our score is still 22-21, which it was at the half.
And I was looking for some sort of score in the timeout, but realized that there had been no basket with 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Nervous time here at the Pavilion. Abner with it. Nice pass on the other side for the layup by Deontay Welch, who has 4. So Fox, boy, you can feel the tension out there, Rufus. Bialy gets it over to Fox. Now gives it back to Bialy. Headley back to Bialy for 3, and he is a good actor.
He sure is. He sold that one. You got to give number 15 for the Olympians, Stephen Nathan, a lot of credit. I thought he played good D. We got a chance to see here on the replay as Nathan goes to close out, flies out at him.
He's got strong hands, that Stephen Nathan.
And now you're sending a guy to the line, Bialy, who's definitely not a guy you want at the line, shoot 63% on the season.
Right down the middle, only 3 points. And you know what? These kids know how to turn it up when it's winning time. That's why they're on a 10-0 run in the win column. 17 wins overall. And there's the broadcaster's curse, as this is a 3-point.
Well, Leuzinger will certainly look at it as a blessing, because with the 3 free throws, he obviously had a chance to draw them even. Now the best he can do is hope to get them within 1.
Here's Bialy's third. And rattles that home for 4 points. Let's go quick to Egidio.
If you're sitting at home and you don't know who to root for and you're torn between these two teams, you're not the only one. The PA announcer for tonight's game, Hana, he is split between these two because he does the announcing for both the Olympians and the Seahawks. He's been doing about it for a year, and this year worked out we can do both the varsity boys, because last year you used to only do the girls. Now he's really interested in the remaining of this game. It's 24-23, the Olympians are leading.
Thanks, Egidio.
Back to you guys.
That's a foul.
And a foul and 1. Deontay Welch with it there. He now has 6 points.
Fouls on Linder. Deontay Welch with the bucket. And, okay. And
There you see the
second one on Linder.
Okay, I don't have, that is his first. But it's the second team foul of the half. And Welch line drives this one, but the rebound is taken by Anderson. Welch gets it to Abner.
Now you got to milk the clock a little bit. That shot taken pretty early in the shot clock. There are about 25 seconds left. I think every possession is critical for the Olympians. I know they don't want to come out of their offense, and I get that. But I tell you what, for my money, I'm going to work the clock. Deontay, you got to be a little bit careful, son. You got 2. All right, they can ill afford you to have 3 fouls. Aggressiveness is good, but it has to be controlled aggressiveness.
And coming in the ball game is number 15, Cameron High, for Ian Fox of the Seahawks. 21 seconds on the shot clock for Redondo. Henderson hands it off to Bialy. You got to watch it. He might shoot from out there. High with it.
Well, more importantly, he might make it from out there.
And falling on his wallet is Linderer. And Bialy turns and shoots a 3.
Wow.
7 points for Bialy, who's heating up. And it's a tie ball game.
Tied 26 all at the 3:50 mark.
Anderson with it for Leuzinger. Hands it off to Delgado. His quarterback hands, trying to hang on to it, but can't take it as Henderson takes it away from him. Up and one! First bucket of the game for Chris Henderson, and they take the lead at the 3:35 mark. Foul is going to be on Devon Abner. Devon, his first personal, second team foul. And for Henderson, that was his first bucket of the game. He's a 59% free throw shooter, averaging 5.5 a game. So he misses that one. Delgado up for the rebound. And the Seahawks, as they did at Lou House, are heating up in the second half, Rufus. Abner can't get through the double team, and a nice defensive play, but the rebound is put up and in by Henderson. He has 4 after the miss by Touchstone, and Ali Pravaz has seen enough at 3:16 in the third quarter. This is a full timeout. And it's 30-26, Rufus.
And part of the problem, Lou, is that he doesn't have a ball handler on the floor, and these guys are trying to split the double team. And instead of split, first of all, they aren't as expert of ball handlers they need to be to split the double team. So let's go down to Rayshon.
And thanks a lot, guys. Lou, Rufus, we don't get to hit the road very often, but obviously this is one of the nicest buildings that we've been in on our quote road show. This Seahawk Pavilion is part of a construction program that also included the small gym across from us and also the pool on the other side of the small gym. Now, the building that we're in, this is the larger gym. This building isn't even a year old. It opened in March of last season, and it's really been a great deal for Redondo here. It seats about 2,500 people. There are 2,400 students here, so they can get everybody in here during the pep rallies. And one nice amenity to this building is that every team in season has a team room that they can go to, guys. They built it up with respect to the community and the strong alumni around here, wanting to keep hold of the integrity of the buildings. And so far, it looks very good, and it's been very beneficial for the program so far. Guys?
Thanks, Rashawn. Yeah, you can still smell the paint. And you know, Rashawn did get his own dressing room. Another turnover for the Olympians. And now Fox has it with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter, and they're leading by 4. Fox. Henderson ran a pick against Delgado. Now the nice weave to Bialy, and that was blocked partially by Welch, and a reach in by Henderson. So Chris, that's his third personal foul, third team foul. And I thought you were supposed to get that extra dressing room, Rufus.
Well, here's what I want to say. One of the things that Leuzinger is going to have to do, again, against the pressure, they've got to run some screens for the ball handler, all right, to free them up, to give them a little room to work with. They're leaving their ball handlers who are not as efficient as they should be to go one-on-one against the pressure. That's exactly what I'm talking about there.
Leuzinger's about ready to get called for the 10-second violation, and they did. Jeff Leggett right on it. So another turnover, that's 15. And Eric Childress has been on the bench with, well, he started off the third quarter and then got his 4th foul. And there you see him on the bench next to Charlie Schreier, the assistant
that
coach.
Was a travel. Easy call for the official, John Fierro.
That's the 10th turnover on the Seahawks.
He's going to bring, well, he's going to gamble right now with Eric Childress coming back with the 4 fouls, 2:26 left here in the third. Mark it down. Childress comes back. Let's see what happens. He doesn't want to see his team get in any deeper hole, so he's here to take a chance with Eric.
Well, they kind of have to because the Seahawks are on a bit of a run, Rufus, in this tight ball game. Childress puts up a long 3, won't go down. Rebound is off to Linderer, and back comes Ian Fox. The speedy Fox trying to get around Anderson. Fall away jump shot won't go down. Rebound is off of the hands of Jamison.
Well, there were a couple of hands on it. They say Jamison's hands were the last.
So now the ball is taken by Linderer on that easy bunny shot, but he missed it. Anderson with the pass to Childress for the layup from the reverse side. He has 6 points, and it pays off, at least the gamble right now, with 1:44 left to go in the third quarter, and a 2-point lead for Redondo with their point guard, Ian Fox, with the ball. Derek Bialy flips it back to Fox. Threw it away. Good defense by Trey Anderson on that one, and Childress is paying dividends on both ends of the court. Welch.
Deontay Welch with a 3, and Leuzinger goes back by 1, 31-30.
And for Deontay Welch, that's 9 points, Rufus. And we have a foul underneath. And let's look out. Speaking of Deontay Welch.
Well, he's okay. His teammates are leaving him.
As the foul was committed on Sebastian Linderer. That's number 3 by my count. It is 4th team foul. And that's Anderson that's getting up slow. And I do believe he's going to come off. And in for Travion Anderson is Javion Jamison. 1:05 left to go in the third quarter. A 1-point Leuzinger lead. We knew this was going to be entertaining tonight, that's for sure.
The question is, how long can Eric Childress play with the 4 fouls?
Justin Delgado trying to get around Headley, but finds Welch and gets it back with 43 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 9 seconds left to go on the shot clock as Abner has it. Gets it over to Jamison for 3. That's short. Rebound taken by Childress, and they're going to call a shot clock violation.
Wow. Okay, tough break for the Olympians. They got a shot up at the basket, couldn't draw iron. So Redondo comes up with an opportunity for the last shot in the quarter. Shot clock off, 25 seconds left. Bialy with the ball.
16 turnovers for the Olympians, 11 for Redondo. Hanging onto the ball is Derek Bialy.
Don't go any further. There's no need to guard him out there. Step back to the 3-point line. I could care less with him being at half court.
Picked by Linderer, 4 seconds on the clock. Now it's over and
there
thrown away by Cameron High. Was looking at the bucket instead of the ball, and it landed right in Reggie Morris's lap with 2 seconds left. 12 turnovers now for Redondo. Childress brings it up. No time on the clock.
Oh!
And the runner just missed. Although the Leuzinger Olympians take the lead back by just 1 point. 9 points for Redondo and 9 points for the Olympians as that one just missed.
Just missed. And boy, that would have been a big basket. You know, one of the things we mentioned earlier, I don't think we mentioned on the air, I have never seen so many officials, basketball officials in a gym. I count by my count, Lou, at least 8 officials in here. 3 of course.
Are you counting
on the
yourself?
floor. Not myself. I'm talking guys in uniform.
Oh, you mean
But
guys
I
that are
told you,
guys that count? You mean?
yeah, right. Guys that count tonight. They came out to watch, though. I told you, these guys, yeah, I must have done them, the Rockstar group, man. They got officials coming out to watch them.
Tell you, Jeff Liggett, John Fierro, and Lance Reed, they haven't even broke a sweat yet.
Doing a great job, though, with what has to be a very challenging game.
What's Reggie telling his guys right now?
Well, he's telling his guys, first of all, let's stay within ourselves. Let's stay with our plan. They're looking at it because I got to tell you, with each passing minute, the pressure is on Redondo coming into tonight's game. Leuzinger doesn't have any pressure, all right? I mean, there's nothing for them to win in terms of league, but they're playing a spoiler role, and with each tick of the clock, it gets to be a little more difficult for Redondo, perhaps, as long as they're trailing.
Cameron High using Biale as a pick. And it looks like a little bit of flex zone defense by the Olympians right now.
Well, a part of what they're trying to do is to protect Childress.
And a jump ball.
They're going to go the other way.
Possession arrow faces Leuzinger, and Deontay Welsh has been playing a terrific ball game tonight. 13 turnovers on Redondo. Sitting down is Cameron High, and back in is Darian Touchstone for Redondo.
And if I'm Coach Provaz, if I can get a decent little lead, even if it's only a 3 or 4 point lead, I would every time I had a lead, I would take out Eric Childress just to try to protect him on the foul situation.
Justin Delgado tried to dribble it around his back or pass it behind his back and almost lost it.
You know, and a lot of times at every level of basketball that I see, you know, players do the unnecessary with the ball.
And he did lose it. 7:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Biale with it. Going around some tight defense by Jamison. Welsh with a good defense. Steals the ball away. 14 on Redondo. Childress brings it across. Going around Fox. Nice pass underneath to Jamison. Block shot by Linderer. Gets it back. Another block shot by Linderer.
Hey, well, you know, he didn't learn the first time, so Linder said, well, I'll show you. Okay,
and pays
what
for
he
it.
should have done was, now I understand perhaps he was trying to draw the foul, okay, but it was a situation that wasn't a winning situation for him.
So Linderer with 2 big blocks, and that pays off in a 4-point switch. And the lead back in the hands of the Seahawks. Childress with it, 6:35 left to go in the fourth quarter.
That's what Childress is asking for. Give me a screen.
But Henderson steals it, and then it's stolen back by Jamison. Underneath, Devon Abner with the bucket. He has 6 points, and the seesaw goes towards Leuzinger. Reggie Morris not too happy right now over on the Seahawks sideline. Gets it to Henderson against Delgado. On the rotation to Biale. Now they
That's
slow
what you want. As long as they got him out here, Lou, that is no problem. I wouldn't even worry until they approach the line.
Linderer gets the rebound, takes it away, gets his own
Good
rebound,
block.
but it's blocked away by Abner. Here comes Childress and the Olympians. It's 5:52 and a travel.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So let's get the replay right now. See if we can see that travel again. Coming out of the ball game is Jamison. And back in is Anderson. Gonna have to get the 5-second, and the timeout is called by Darian Touchstone. So good call by Touchstone to get that timeout because nobody was trying to help out Ian Fox on that inbound pass with 5:50 left to go in the fourth quarter and a 30-second timeout taken by the Seahawks. Let's see if that was a travel. Yeah.
Yep.
Good call.
And Jeff Leggett right up on top of it.
So thought that was a little bit too much time between dribbles by Childress.
Too much time and too many steps. Ball was in his arm like a suitcase.
We had a lot of legs to look through there, that's for sure. But now it's called a full timeout, John Fierro says. So what would you tell? We talked about Reggie Morris last time. What is Ali Parvaz telling his guys?
Well, I think he's telling them at the same time it's a possession by possession game, Lou. And you got to protect the ball. You got to get yourself good opportunities. Come back, play the same good D, but be aware. Every player needs to be aware of how many fouls they have. And I'm the type of coach that I'm willing to sacrifice the basket to save the foul. So if the guy has an opportunity to score on you and you know that you've lost him, go ahead and give it away. There's another steal.
Steal by the Olympians this time. Delgado, hard shot, won't go down. Rebound is off, and Justin has it again. Double team, throws it right into the hands of Henderson. That's 20 turnovers by the Olympians, although they're trailing by 1 point with 5:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Fox somehow gets around Anderson. Long three by Bialy. Won't go down. Rebound volleyball up in the air, taken down by Welch. Long baseball pass to Abner.
And he scores the basket over Headley.
And that is a feat in its own. So it's a 3-point lead. And Fox with the tough angle. He has 11 points, Rufus. As Childress bring the ball up, has to stop. He's going to have some help. Got to bring it across the line. Yeah, they didn't learn the last time. Alley-oop is too hard to Justin Delgado. Looked like Anderson was lining up for the double play throw.
Turnovers. Okay, you know, they'll look back on this game, which is a playoff circumstance, as a situation where they made far too many turnovers.
Ian Fox starts and stops, looks over at his coach for instructions. Reggie Morris says, let's run the circle play. 4:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Anderson sticking to Fox like glue, but lets him go with the layup, and the rebound is off to Welch. And back come the Olympians with 4:30 left in the fourth quarter. Pass off to Anderson, back out to Childress, up to Welch for three. In and out. Rebound is off to Fox.
Fox making a big rebound, pushing it up. Bialy has it for
Touchstone trying to get around Welch, gets away with a reach in, and the ball reaches in the bucket for Darian Touchstone with 6 points.
Nice leaping leaner by Touchstone on the play.
And they get the lead back. Welch trying to get the lead back for the Olympians. Rebound is off to Bialy. Here comes Fox. Looking one way now, the other has to rotate out because there's 4 Olympians back on defense.
Good recovery by the Olympians. Coach Morris exhorting his guys to come out top. Well, on the drive to the basket, Ian Fox doing the right thing. He goes to the basket, draws a foul from the Olympians. Let's see who Lance Reed gives it to. There were 3 Olympians in the vicinity.
Beyond Deontay Welch, that's number 3 on Deontay. And the third team foul. Ian Welch is 1 out of 2 from the line tonight, a 78% free throw shooter. Trying to extend the Seahawks lead. An even dozen for Ian.
And that one, second opportunity coming up. What an outstanding ball game being put on by both teams here tonight.
Think of this would match up in any game in the Mission League, that's for sure. 3:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. Childress scoops it up and lays it in. Nice soft touch by the senior for Leuzinger with 8 points, and that snaps a 6-0 run by the Seahawks. 3:18 left to go in the fourth quarter. Linderer wide open, misses the bunny. Rebound volleyball up in the air and taken by Touchstone. Linderer is a monster underneath the basket. Ian Fox trying to settle things down.
Coach Morris calls out play number 2.
And we'll find out what that is.
Well, it means a full reset for sure.
Fox along 2. And the rebound spins up and in. Better to be lucky than good. Don't know who they gave that to, Rufus.
Ow! Nice behind
shot.
the back pass by Eric Childress to a slashing Travion Anderson, who scores the basket.
And for Travion, he has 6 points.
and it's a one-point ball game. Now, Redondo looking to answer. They slow the pace down. Coach Morris directing everything like a maestro.
Linderer got credit for that last basket. Eric Bialy gets credit for a three. Their biggest lead of the night, Rufus, with 2:10 left to go.
Eric Childress trying to answer, can't do it. 43-39, our score fans with under 2 minutes left, 1:55, clock running.
Ball underneath, try to pass it on an alley-oop. Bounce pass to Linderer, but it's out of bounds. And Linderer looks like he's running out of gas, but we also got a foul. Is that a foul on Linderer? That would be his fourth.
It's a foul on Linderer. What the fans saw, what they're worrying about, I believe, which is what I saw, was I thought that Abner may have gotten away with the elbow on the play.
And Linderer is gassed. Thought he was going to sit down, but Reggie Morris said, "Get back out there, son. There's still 1:45 left." Clock rolling. And a 4-point lead for the Seahawks. Olympians with the ball. Childress slashes. Gets it back out to Abner. Delgado with it. He'll put up a three. Looks off the mark. It is. Rebound tapped around and out of bounds off of Henderson's talon. And it'll be Leuzinger ball. A fresh 35 with 1:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. And he thinks Childress should have taken that shot, don't you?
I think so. But the key thing for Leuzinger is that they maintain possession. Now Childress will take the shot and still can't get it to go, but they get it back. Childress once again with it, drives the basket, no luck there, and we got a foul being called. It's going to be on the ground against Redondo.
Chris Henderson's going to get nailed for his fourth, and now Redondo's out of fouls with their sixth team foul.
And now you got him and Delgado doing a little bit of jawing at one another.
Yeah, they got to release a little bit of steam, Rufus. Delgado gets it to Welch with the runner. No, rebound tipped up and fought for out of bounds. Delgado fighting with Linderer.
And Delgado took Linder down. Linder was somewhere in there, and just, it wasn't that he took him down, you know, with bad intentions, as we have a timeout being called by head coach Reggie Morris. That's a full timeout.
So 2:30s, and now this is a full timeout for Reggie Morris at the 57-second mark here in the fourth quarter. So at least the players are going to get a little bit of a rest here. And 45 seconds, well actually no, 57 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And what does Leuzinger have to do to clear things out? It seems like they're being a little bit pressured on themselves, a little bit of pressure on themselves.
Well, a little bit. They're getting the shots right now, at least a couple of shots that they want. They're just not getting them to drop. And that's been an unfortunate circumstance for them. There's nothing else you can do except put the ball in the basket.
All right, well, we'll see what's going on with 57 seconds left to go. So Sebastian Spencer has 13 rebounds tonight, Rufus, to go along with his 6 points. So he has surpassed what he did, but I also believe, I only think I've seen Sebastian Linderer sit down once, and that was in the first half. And he right now looks about medium rare. Inbounded, and now they put some time back on the clock as the clock as Welch with a three-pointer. No foul called as Linderer rolled right onto him. Or did they get him?
No, because Justin Delgado is going to the bench, to the free throw line. He's going to shoot 1-and-1.
So Bialy got nailed for the foul, and that's the 1-and-1. So Delgado has one to get another.
Wow, big free throw for Justin Delgado, big free throw.
He has 5 points, Rufus.
Key is it makes it a one-possession ball game, Lou, and they can play good defense up on this end.
Doesn't make the next one. Linderer with the rebound.
Wow, and they steal it.
Anderson.
And he's fouled. Trey is fouled, so Trey's going to go to the basket with an opportunity to shoot too.
And if that's on Linderer, that's number 5. That is. And the 8th team foul. So Linderer would end his night with 6 points and 13 rebounds.
Well, they get one of the things that they wanted. If you recall in the first game, Lou, that was one of the things I said they needed to go at the big guy. Now, they take Linder out, but guess what? If they want to, they can put Headley back in the game.
And I'm sure they will. There he is. He'll be on the
Not yet.
left block.
Oh, yes, he is. You're right. I missed it.
Hey, I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
So they take a 6'7" senior out and they put in a 6'6" sophomore.
Well, that's still a good trade. And for Headley, he has 1 foul and 4 points. So 107, Linderer fouls out.
Wow.
So there's the first one, 5 points now. And now it's a 2-point Redondo lead. And Anderson trying to get that next one in. Headley with the big rebound off the miss. And 1:03 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Lots of time. All you got to do is play great defense right now.
Double teamed is Bialy. Loses the ball to Childress. Has 2 men back.
Wow.
Childress puts it up. No. Rebound, no. Tipped around. Headley with the rebound. Redondo has it with 40 seconds left to go. So still a
shot clock barely moving.
Fox now committing the foul, or was a timeout call? Fox is heated up.
Right.
Timeout called by Redondo with 36.8 seconds left to go, Rufus.
Right.
And oh my goodness. Those 2 missed free throws by the Olympians.
Well, no, it's this missed opportunity that's
that
the difference.
one there. But we had
Eric
2 missed free throws, one by Delgado, one by Anderson. And those are huge right now. That would have been a tie ball game. And then Childress with the miss would have put the Olympians on top. But right now, Redondo looking to hold serve on this possession with 26 seconds left to go on their shot clock.
And I got to tell you, the shot clock was a little slow moving because they took possession here, and for sure, a good 4 or 5 seconds ran off. I know I saw at least 2 seconds run off before the clock ever moved.
So now Childress and Anderson talking about what they're going to do on defense. So that's only going to leave them, I believe, about 8 seconds. Actually 10 seconds if they run the full 26 seconds on the shot clock down. They being Redondo. And Ian Fox is in no hurry. Full court pressure, or slightly. Touchstone with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Out. At this point, I think you got to play it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fox would have to shoot from 3-point range. Wow. They get it to the guy.
Bialy loses it.
Backcourt. They won't touch it.
And it's a violation however you touch it, or however you see it, with 10.5 seconds left to go, and they did let that clock run out. And it's going to be inbounded underneath, either on the sideline or underneath the basket, Rufus, with 10 seconds left.
Right. Now what they're discussing, here's going to be the key. They're discussing exactly where the ball is going to be inbounded at. Coach Morris thinks it should be back here. Jeff Leggett is the referee. He'll make the final decision. Lance Reed thinks it should be up here in the front court. And, you know, I got to tell you, I'm not exactly sure. These guys are
What did they tell you in ref school?
Well, what they told me is what John Fierro is doing, and that's that it's going to be up here. The ball goes where it went dead. It was a shot clock violation. What was the position of the ball on the floor? The ball was down here. That's where they're going to put it at.
Reggie says, what are you talking about? But, of course, he's a salesman. He's trying to close the deal. He's got 50 seconds. Well, actually, there's 10 seconds left to go. 10.5 exactly.
If you see him, boy, he is exhorting his team on right now. That's Reggie Morris coaching at his very best. First of all, he demands that his players pay attention and understand what he's doing. He doesn't have any tolerance for, at this point, forget the emotion, forget everything else. Listen. Okay?
Big crowd here for Redondo. Also a nice crowd on just behind us. Leuzinger traveled very well tonight.
Very well. So let's set the stage. 10 seconds left in the ball game. 43-41. Going to be Leuzinger ball on the baseline. 10.8 is what it's going to be. Do you go for the win? All right, with a three-pointer, or do you go to score a bucket? The first good bucket you get.
Or what about best available shot? Delgado looking to inbound the ball, gets it to Childress. Now it's over to Anderson just inside the three-point line. Childress way up high for the rebound. And where's the ball? 3 seconds left, 2. The ball is underneath with 0.7 seconds left to go. And Redondo has the ball.
And Redondo's going to get out of here. It looks like with a W, they had Leuzinger had every opportunity. And boy, it just looks like with 0.7 of a second left that it just was not to be, although they had a great look at it. Now, here's the situation.
Tough luck foul on Justin Delgado.
Right. Leuzinger has a chance here to defend, see if they can force a 5-second call. I would have somebody defending the thrower in. Clearly. There you go. There you go. Ball's up in the air.
And now shot taken as kind of it goes, but it's too long. Ball game over. Redondo Union 43-41 over the Leuzinger Olympians, who scored 10 in that final quarter, 13 for the Seahawks, who improved and finished their regular season at 18-8, 10-0. They run the table in the Bay League, now have an 11-0 winning streak. The Leuzinger Olympians down to 19-7 and finish the Bay League at 7-3 and have a 2-game losing streak. Actually, they are second in the Bay League and have lost 2 in a row.
But what a great win for Redondo. Leuzinger made them earn it, and earn it they did. But I got to tell you, they came out here and played well. We can see a shot of this. Coach Morris, guys that are very special to him, guys that he know, can we get that shot? Over there talking to some of his players, kids that he helped develop and get to this point in their career. And now we see Coach Morris and Coach Pavaz exchanging congratulations. Just a great effort by both teams. Boy, what an exciting ball game. And looks like we're going to have a couple of interviews, as you might expect.
And absolutely, Rufus. And we're going to stand by for Ali Pavaz in just a moment, as this was a terrific ball game, and basketball has returned here to the Bay League. And who are we going to go to first, Tom? Let's go to Egidio.
Coach, a tough loss here tonight, 43-41. I know a game that you really wanted to win. Your thoughts on tonight's game? A hard-fought victory, hard-fought game though.
Both teams played so hard tonight, you know, and that's what high school basketball is about. The way these guys, these young men came out and battled, you know, was really good. I mean, played through mistakes. We made mistakes. We kept fighting back. They made mistakes. They kept fighting back. You know, at the end of the day, they just made some big shots, and we had every opportunity down here. You know, even with 10 seconds left, we got the ball. We got what we wanted. We got a wide open look. You know, didn't want to fall, and we had some layups. Didn't want to go in, but just a great basketball game. I'm proud of the way my guys fought, but we got to regroup and get ready for the playoffs.
I know you don't want to go into the playoffs with a losing streak. How do you get this team motivated going into the playoffs?
You know, it is a loss, and I don't really believe in moral victories, but I do believe in the fact that we played really hard tonight. You know, Eric picked up that fourth foul. He had to sit out, and we battled. We kept the game close, and we had opportunities. And as a coach, that's what you want. You want your team to play hard. You want to have opportunities to win the basketball game. And you know, we had them. We didn't convert. Hopefully, you know, we save some magic for the playoffs.
A great game, Coach. Unfortunately, a loss, but a great game to your team. Thanks a lot. Good luck in the playoffs. Thank you. Back to you guys.
All right, Egidio, let's go right over to Rashawn Haylock with Reggie Morris.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm over here with Coach Morris. Coach, it wasn't the prettiest of games, but you guys get away with a W here tonight. What are your thoughts about this game?
I thought, you know, both teams played hard. I actually think that, you know, Leuzinger played much harder than we did. I thought we got some really good bounces. We got extremely lucky to pull this one out. You know, I'm proud of both teams. You know, it sounds funny, but, you know, it gets to a point where I don't like to see them lose either because, you know, I like those. I really, we've been close over the years, and it hurts to see them hurt, but I'm glad we were able to pull it out.
Coach, come in here 10-0 in Bay League this season, your first season here at Redondo. How do you explain the success that you guys had? This team won 2 league games last season.
We're blessed, man. Just able to be blessed and hard work and keeping guys accountable. And, you know, sometimes when you work hard enough, you can get the ball to bounce your way. And that's what happened a few times this year. And hopefully we can keep our good luck string up.
And coming into this week, you guys are ranked number 2 in Division 2A. You got the playoffs coming up. What are your thoughts about this team and the type of run that they may have the opportunity to make here?
I think everybody's got to go back to their respective corner. We probably won't play again until Friday. Everybody needs to take some time off and clear their head and come back and really decide what kind of season that they want to have. And now it's you win, you lose, or you go. You win or you go home. And we definitely got to get back to working hard and getting on the same page and executing. You know, I was telling the Leuzinger guys, don't let this get them down. That, you know, they need to go out and win championship. Their team is definitely talented. They're well coached, and they've been playing together since they were like in the 6th grade to keep their head up and make sure that they come out and make this season something.
Hey, thanks so much for stopping, Coach. Appreciate it. Congratulations. As Coach Reggie Morris, it's the first league championship for Redondo since the 2006-2007 season. Coincidentally, that was the last time Redondo swept Leuzinger in the season series, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Rashawn Haylock. A terrific job as usual. And you could feel the emotion from Reggie Morris about the young Leuzinger Olympians, Rufus, because like he said, he's known these kids, he's mentored these kids since they were about 11 years old.
Absolutely, a gentleman and a scholar, and I thought put very well in terms of how he felt about it, hating to see them lose, happy for his own team, and fortunately they're in different divisions. So fans, if you're sitting there wondering, well, how could this guy be hoping they win sectional? Well, because they aren't in the same division.
That's right.
And so they have every opportunity to win, and Redondo has to win. It's almost like he was coaching both teams, you know.
Well, there's a lot of Reggie in the Leuzinger Olympians, even though Ale Provaz is the head coach of the team. He didn't tweak this team a whole lot once he got the keys to the car.
And they kept a lot of things the same way. And as I said, you know, what you saw with 2 teams that were literally mirror images of one another playing. And I like what Coach Provaz said. He acknowledged that down there at the end with 10 seconds to go, we got the shot we wanted. And it was a wide open shot. It didn't drop. So,
that's right.
Yeah, as he said, I don't want a moral victory, but I got to tell you, you know, we don't walk away from this thing too sad, considering the fact that we got what we want. Both teams are getting ready for playoffs now. For Redondo, hey, again, congratulations. They run the table in the Bay League 10-0.
That's
they
quite a
finish
feat.
up as the league champions. Leuzinger in 2nd place. Both teams are headed to the playoff with a lot of potential success in front of them. And so it's going to be fun for us as we follow both Redondo and Leuzinger during their playoff runs.
That's right. And as Rashawn said, the Seahawks are number 2 in CIF's 2A division. Westlake is the number 1 team, and the number 1 team in 3AA is the Leuzinger Olympians. But the Olympians fall to the Seahawks, and the Bay League champs 11-0 and 10-0 in the Bay League. So Reggie Morris can sure coach the basketball team, that's for sure. And let's go over some of the scoring. But Touchstone had 6 points for Redondo, 4 points for Jeremiah Headley, and Sebastian Linderer, who just plain flat ran out of gas and used all of his fouls, had 6 points, 13 rebounds, and fouled out with 1:07 left to go. Chris Henderson was all over the place again like a bull in a china shop, and he had 4 points. 10 points for Derek Bialy, so he was 18 off of his season point total with the Leuzinger Olympians, that's for sure, and 13 for Ian Fox to round that out.
Exactly.
Let's go over to the Leuzinger Olympians. Devon Abner having a heck of a game, had 8 points. What about Eric Childress with 8 points? He only had 2 against West, but still half of his point total for the season average, about 16 points a season.
And then didn't have a 3 at all. I'm sorry to interrupt,
go ahead.
but that's the other key. I mean, he's a 3-point shooter extraordinaire. Didn't have 1 on the night.
And probably feeling a little bit of the pressure, too. and was in foul trouble for the second game in a row. How about Deontay Welsh? Had a 9-point effort tonight for the Leuzinger Olympians.
And it seemed like he had more. I mean, Deontay came to play, got a little emotional at times, but nonetheless, I mean, he really was the key for them tonight.
And 2 points for Stephen Nathan, and 2 points for Javon Jameson, 5 points for Travion Anderson, and Justin Delgado. Just another day at the office with 7 points.
Absolutely. Again, it was a low-scoring game overall, 43-41, but those numbers stand out. And you're right, Justin Delgado was big. Everybody contributed as you look at it. I mean, the spread among the key guys, 5, 7, 8, 9 points. So
and I like
it was
that
a team
spread.
effort.
I like that
very
spread.
much a team effort. No one person in control of it.
Speaking of the spread offense, let's go to our sideline reporters. And the rose between two thorns is Rashawn Haylock.
Hey, thanks a lot, Lou, here with Egidio DeLeo and also Sebastian Spencer. You know, coming into tonight, Coach Parvaz was concerned about the rebounding. Last time these two teams played, Redondo out-rebounded this Leuzinger team 30-13. Well, they did a much better job on the boards tonight. It was a push, actually. 29 apiece on the boards. Trey Anderson led the Olympians charge as far as rebounding was concerned. He had 8 tonight, but obviously that wasn't enough for them to come away with the W here tonight. As first, I'll go to you, Sebastian. Opportunities here tonight for this Leuzinger team, but Redondo somehow, some way was able to come out with this win, 10-0 in the Bay League season, winning the Bay League championship. They took care of business here tonight.
10-0, just like you said, speaks a lot to Coach Morris. Coach Morris's brilliance as he coaches this team, you know, going from school to school and still able to maintain those good records. But like I said, I was on the sideline listening to a couple of those huddles when he was talking to his players. And he was basically just telling them, hey, if you're not running the right plays, you're going to be pulled out the game. Ian Fox, probably the best player on this team, 16 points a game, within 2 minutes of the game being started, he was already out of the game, you know? And that's just Coach Moore showing that sense of urgency, which is what he wishes his players to play with as well.
Yeah, definitely a change in the culture around these parts. 2-8 they were in league last year and run the table this season in the Bay League, of course, 10-0. Egidio, it looked like Derek Bialy came down, he hit that three, he put Redondo up 43-39. It seemed like from that moment on, Leuzinger got a little bit three happy. They took a lot of threes. They still had their chances, though, towards the end of this game with offensive rebounds and getting to the foul line.
Again, I thought so too. I thought they were taking early threes when they didn't need to. There was enough time, you know, for them to take a 2, come back and take another 2, and perhaps take the lead in this game. Like you said, they had a lot of chances with about 10 seconds down there. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize, and unfortunately, they get their first loss on the road this year. They go to 5-1 on the road. Coach Ali Pravaz, though, said this team was a moral victory for this team. They played hard. He was really proud of the team, even though they lost, and he thinks, you know, he's just got to forget about it and continue into the playoffs with a good mindset.
Hey, you talked to Coach P after this game ended, obviously a little bit glum from the loss, but what is the vibe that you got from him and this team as they prepare for the playoffs?
Like he told me, he's like, no loss is a good loss. But again, he was really proud of his guys. He thought he played a really, really good game, and they definitely lived up to the hype. This was a great game to watch and to call, and I'm pretty sure for all the fans out there too. So he thinks he can get, you know, the team to forget about this loss and look into the future of the playoffs.
Hey, absolutely right. Hey, Lou and Rufus, this Leuzinger Redondo gave us a couple of thrillers this season. The one over at the Lou House was a dandy, and then this one didn't disappoint tonight either. Talking to Coach Parvaz before the game, we mentioned it throughout the broadcast. He was really concerned about entering the playoffs with a losing streak. The Olympians have lost 2 in a row heading into the playoffs, and Lou, you just mentioned it. Coming into this week, they were ranked number one in 3AA. It'll be interesting to see how that falls out for them when the pairings are released on Sunday. He says he's hoping they can get in one of those top 4 spots. If they get in one of those top 4 spots, he believes they'll be okay. Now, of course, their fate is in the committee. Guys?
Thank you very much, Rashawn Haylock, and Egidio and Sebastian doing a terrific job as usual tonight. Well, you are going to be camped out at CIF Southern Section headquarters, I know.
I'm anxious to see. It really is. It's an event. I mean, it's bracketology at the high school level. Trust me.
And there's a lot of brackets to be handed out. And speaking of things that are handed out, we have the Player of the Game and the Tip of the Hat Award coming up. And we're still scratching our heads trying to figure that out. So why don't we shake that down? And while we do that, let's take a break. Back at Seahawk Pavilion, where the Seahawks prevail over the Leuzinger Olympians 43-41 to clear the table, run the table in the Bay League. And I tell you what, Rufus, it's time for one of our favorite times, the Player of the Game and the Tip of the Hat Award. And, well, looking down, up and down the roster for the Redondo Seahawks, we had Sebastian Linderer, who was the monster. He was like the guy on that Sasquatch show, but he showed up. 6 points and 13 rebounds, but he fouled out with 1:07 left to go. Derek Bialy was busy all night trying to keep track of Eric Childress and had, I want to say, just 10 points. But then there was Ian Fox, and he had a terrific game all night long, not only on the offensive side, but the defensive side, and dishing everything around as well.
Absolutely did. And the other thing that Ian Fox did, and when you think about it, Lou, was that he picked up the slack because Leuzinger obviously came in, zeroed in on Bialy, who really took him apart over at Lou House.
Right.
In terms of his scoring, they shut him down tonight. They shut one down, and another one popped up. It's like that whack-a-mole game. And so Ian Fox was the whack-a-mole that popped up, okay? And he had a great game. And I think he had the kind of game that makes him worthy of being the player of the game.
That's right, and the guacamole with a little chili powder in there as well. So Ian Fox is our player of the game. And how about the tip of the cap game? I mean, Leuzinger, for one of the first times this year, had even scoring all the way up and down the roster. But one guy really stood out for me tonight.
One guy stood out in particular, but I got to give you a little lesson in hat talk.
Okay.
First of all, this is not a cap. This is
I'm
a
sorry.
hat. Some of these guys out here got a cap, okay? Having said that, you'll also note that the brim is down on the hat tonight. That's a different
Now,
look.
what does that
See,
mean?
We can go that way. Well, it just gives you a different appearance. So we're going to put it on like this, just to give them a little
Show him
feel
the feather.
for it.
Show him the
All right?
feather.
And the feather. But the guy who
that's
earned
absolutely
this,
gorgeous.
the guy who earned this tonight, the Tip of the Hat Award, was the guy that really was the emotional leader for the Olympians tonight. I mean, he kept them in. He also scored. He also rebounded. He had a tough job because he's about as much height as they got between him and Justin Delgado
right.
to go up against Headley and to go up against Linder, and that was Deontay Welch. I thought he played a fantastic game, kept them in it, and just stayed in the game emotionally all night and had his spirits high, and boy, they were close to pulling this thing out.
All
so,
right,
Deontay, congratulations as our Tip of the Hat
Show the hat.
Award winner. Once again, there you are, Deontay.
Feather
This
out,
is for you,
feather
buddy.
out to the camera. There you go. Oh, man, that is beautiful.
All right.
That is beautiful. Did you get that
Congratulations.
off of my Amazon Parrot, those feathers?
No, I did not. But you gave me an idea.
Okay, I'll deliver some flowers, that's for sure. Valentine's Day is coming up, so also some feathers as well. Well, Rufus,
Well, you don't have to give me any, but I hope you give them to somebody.
well, you look so
Very
nice in
special.
that red tie and the custom shirt. It deserves some flowers, at least some candy. I tell you, let's wrap this thing up
Hey,
and put it
this
up on the
one's done
shelf.
and
Will you?
finished.
You gonna give me a? There you go. There's the boat. Then we're going to put that on the shelf. And I want to thank you very much for joining us again on City TV from Seahawk Pavilion. And for, see if I can get all these names right, Egidio, Sebastian, Rashawn, Rufus, and the City TV crew, I'm Lou Stowers telling you once again the final score from City Pavilion on the campus of Redondo Union High School. The Seahawks 43-41 over the Leuzinger Olympians. Until next time, so long.